I'm doing good, partner. You?
First thing this morning, we all got in the van and headed back to the edit bay because we had 2 more hours with the editor. But the most important thing for all of us was to hear how Brett's little girl was.
Always better.
I'm doing okay. We're just going to keep positive that it's, going to come back and everything will be great.
My daughter's getting tests done, and I don't know when we're going to get the results. It could be a couple days, it could be a couple weeks. I don't know, but I'm anxious.
Like I said, she has unfortunately, all the symptoms. The thirst, the weight loss, so.
Well, mate, all our thoughts are with you, so...
Yeah, no, I know you. Thank you very much. Hands in for Curtis. Let's do it, man. You ready? 1, 2, 3.
Rock solid.
Oh, busting it, man. Today we're winging it.
Hi. Okay, Cindy has not seen this. Cindy's back, and my fear is that Cindy will come at the 11th hour when we've already made all the decisions and start making suggestions.
I'm Stephanie, and I'm your... I'm here for you.
Can you double that? Because if you can double it and triple it, you make that sound like the girl group thing.
So he's all set for you in the audio room. So he can double it? Yes.
I'll sing with you. I'll imitate your voice. Oh, doubling it. Oh, with the machine.
What do you want? Oh, okay. Cindy underestimates me. Cindy doesn't have a clue what I've done in the business. She ain't the only one in the entertainment field. Funky Godfather. That's even better. That's a double?
Yeah.
Funky Godfather.
Now, if I overdub real quick with that, I think it would sound more natural. Let me just do that. Since I'm not doing it.
I'm gonna let you do it. I'm gonna let you do it.
The more you do, the better you get at it. And I just happen to be a musician working in the field for 20, 30 years. I know that sound. Yay! Ring! Ring!
Ready? Here we go.
Funky Godfather. Funky Godfather. Hey.
I knew this was gonna happen because she's too in her element. Well, we want to make sure we hear it. Holly, I'm not gonna let your voice was great.
Tiny bit less. Tiny, yeah. So come listen to it, and then we'll just, because if all of us go and do it and get it done, Funky Godfather, yeah.
I don't hear you at all.
Yeah. I'm just the hair. All right, turn me up just a little, like 2%. Funky Godfather, yeah.
That last part was good. Yeah, that's cool. That's great.
Just, you can't really tell
It's great. It's just it's got texture.
Yeah, that's all it was supposed to do.
Thank you, Sin.
Okay.
Approved. We gotta start mixing.
Let's do the 10. Here we go.
That was good at first, but man,
We've got to finish off the edit. We've got to completely do the 10-second spot and then just fine-tune our presentation. So we're in a pretty good place. What do you think about going in a different direction and just using the outtakes?
Let's find a few more of him going woo. Let's just find a couple more of those.
gotcha.
In the 10-second spot, it's the internet, so it's a little bit looser. You can have a little bit more fun with it.
Like that?
I love Glide to Death when I'm really sick of hair.
Goldberg and I are working on the presentation. The presentation needed to be a little bit of a show. And just looking around at the 4 of us, we all did have stories, so I felt like it would be a good idea to include that in the presentation.
You want to talk about pressure? Put yourself in my shoes for a minute as a professional wrestler.
Put yourself in my underwear for a second, which I have to run around in the ring wearing.
If anybody sweats, it's me. I can contribute with conviction as opposed to sitting there, like a broke dog or something.
Here we come?
Yeah.
All right, here we come.
That's the defense.
That was good defense, but man, woo, man, you want a great defense?
Rush guard.
Defense style. Dude, it's pretty.
I like it.
It's not gonna get better than that.
It's alright, isn't it?
Yeah, it's good.
This was a very tough task for our team, and I think that Curtis really pulled it together and did a great job. And now I'm ready to go into the presentation, and I'm ready to kick some ass.
And guys, for the first time, we've finished before the task ended.
It's unbelievable.
I'm
gonna go get drunk.
We can have a coffee.
You said you wanted the locker scene for the 10-second spot, right?
Yes.
Okay. So just the locker scene.
Initially, my 10-second spot was going to be totally different from my 30-second spot, but I really think the middle portion of our 30-second piece is so strong and so funny that on its own, at 10 seconds, it'll be a winner. Do you guys want to go in a different room so that way she can play that?
Keep an eye on this.
I have confidence in you. I trust Maria to cut together the 10-second spot, and I'll be huddled in a corner putting together my presentation. That window looks dirty. Can you go over there? That plant looks like it needs to be fed. Nothing's worse than when your project manager and someone walks up and goes, I don't have anything to do. It's like, find something to do. Look around. There's got to be something. 15 minutes to go. Feeling good about this, you guys.
Do you want to come and see this?
Nope. I'm sure it's great.
I was in the room by myself. 4 women were outside. 1 person could have come help. No? Okay, fine.
I think it's that last visual.
That's not where upgrade your defense goes. It goes right here. It goes like, 1 minute. It goes in the silent part. That's why we put it in there, because of the air. I'm listening to the commercial, and the audio sounds funny. I'm like, that upgrade your defense is not where we just slid it in. What happened? Why did we change that? Why did we change that?
I don't know. I didn't change it.
I guess I should have come back in. I don't know why we changed that. So I'm looking at Maria like, okay, you've been listening to this. Why didn't you catch this? And I was pissed off at Maria. Okay, let's go. We're leaving. It's done. Good. Let's go.
I know, I have to grab my stuff.
I'm sorry.
It's okay, I gotta just put my clothes on.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Can't tell me something's wrong at the very last minute. I asked you to come in, I asked you to come see it 10 minutes prior, and you didn't.
If you snap at me too often or too much, I am gonna come back at you.
I don't care anymore.
Yes, you do.
No, I don't. I don't. You know. Okay, I don't care. I don't care.
Of course they do.
It's easier.
Good afternoon, Eric and Dan. How are you guys doing today? Good. I am Brett Michaels, rock star at large, lifelong user of Right Guard.
The presentation is one of the judging criteria, so it's really important because it might be the difference between a win and a loss in this.
And nobody puts on a more high-performance show, and no one sweats like I do.
There I go, boy. I spent 11 years as an athlete training every day in Texas where it's hot as you know what. And I challenge anybody to tell me about sweating and pressure.
Yeah, we get it, you're fast. But let's face it only takes you 20 seconds to do 200 meters. When chefs cook, they're in the kitchen for 16, 17 hours a day. We know what being in the sticky spot's all about.
Those are very compelling stories, ladies. You want to talk about pressure? Let's talk about being a professional wrestler in front of millions of people on live television in your underwear.
Now, we've all got reasons to find ourselves in sticky situations, but there's nothing to fear because underneath it all, we've got Right
It's not a
Guard.
full strip show. It's not a full strip show, just half.
So we shot for you a 30-second commercial, which we're about to show you. We got a couple of kids, and they won Clyde the Glide for a day, so let's see what they did with him.
Hey, come on. Dude, I won the contest. He's coming.
Hey, what's up, fellas? I'm Clyde Drexler, and I'm yours for the day.
Nothing. I knew it.
222. Oh.
If the executive's reaction is any indication whether we'll win or lose, we just got our butts kicked.
Works every time.
Never get caught off guard. It was a look of confusion and stoicness. Stofusion is what was going on.
Let's see the 10-second spot.
That's good defense.
That was good defense, but man, whoo. You want a great defense?
Right guard, total defense stop.
There you go, guys. So we had the pleasure of working with some pretty incredible athletes and representing your great brand. So thank you very much for the opportunity. We hope you enjoyed it.
Listen, our acting may stink, our armpits do not. That's all we're gonna say.
Hello, good afternoon. How are you? The moment the task was handed out, I instantly recalled the first day I realized my 12-year-old son needed to begin wearing deodorant. In the P House, we lovingly refer to that day as his first moments of funk. So now I'd like to introduce Team Tenacity's own Cyndi Lauper to share her own personal experience with her first moments of funk. Cyndi.
Thank you, Holly. Hey, how you doing? My son had come home, and I took notes because, So, anyway, my son, and he came back.
Cyndi fumbled all over it. It kind of, I'm a little nervous because that's a part of the presentation.
My own son, he was thrilled about the big P, puberty, and we are thrilled about having the other big P with us, Scottie Pippen, who is here on the screen to fix the funk. So enjoy.
Hey, Mom. Hey, son.
Every kid has his first moment of funk. I'm Scottie Pippen, and I'm here for you.
I think our concept relates to everyone. Men who can remember that time for them, that first funky moment. Obviously, the young men who are experiencing it, I don't know, I think we hit it out the park.
This is gonna be real good for you, little boy.
Introducing new Right Guard Total Defense 5 for your first moment of funk. We also created an ultra cool 10-second spot.
Every kid has his first moment of funk. I'm Scottie Pippen, and I'm
Introducing new Right Guard Total Defense 5 for your first moment of funk. So those are our two spots. We really had a good time, and I think it showed.
Thank you. We appreciate your hard work.
Funky Godfather. Funky Godfather.
Eric, Dan, how'd they do?
Well, Mr. Trump, both teams did exceptionally well. We have a really tough decision.
What did you like most?
Well, the men's team really seemed to get what we were going after. Total Defense 5 is a product that's all about high performance. They really got that message.
What was really strong about the women's team, the commercial itself was highly entertaining. They used Scottie Pippen in a really clever, interesting way. They developed their own jingle. I did think, though, the guys focused specifically on the 13 to 18-year-old. That's a stronger place to go than go to a mom.
What did you not like?
The men's team, their act simply just wasn't as entertaining to where it was going to really resonate with consumers and break through the clutter.
With the women's team, the difference between the 30-second commercial and the 10-second commercial, they just simply did an editorial cut down as opposed to looking at a different way of using the internet versus a TV commercial.
So overall, you thought they were both terrific?
Yes.
But you had a preference?
Yes.
And who was the winner?
Coming up, a shocking exit.
Wow, that's a big one.
And then we have stepped into the surreal.
Hi. Here to see Mr. Trump.
Okay. Mr. Trump, Mr. Johnson's here to see you. Step right in.
Thank you.
Hey, Michael.
Hey, Mr. Trump, how are you?
Sit down.
Thank you. Oh, unfortunately, I got some bad news. Got a little family, personal situation. I've got to head back to San Francisco to take care of my son.
Is your son okay?
Yeah, he's fine.
What is the problem? You're fighting with the wife?
This is a personal issue.
So this was a total surprise to you?
Yeah, absolutely.
Wow, that's a big one.
If this was avoidable, I would certainly stay with these guys. I'm hoping I can come back. I should know when I get there and get on the ground.
I don't think it helps if you come back because I think you will have missed too much time. You won't be able to compete. It's not fair to the other people because people will be fired in between, and I think that's not fair to the rest of the team, right?
No, you're exactly right.
All right. Well, good luck to your son. Good luck to you.
Thank you.
Take care of yourself.
Yeah.
You leaving now? Michael told us he had some really personal family issues going on, and he doesn't want to really get into it with us, and I completely respect that. But as a team, we were there for him, and as his friends, we were there for him.
Hey, let me know what happens. Good luck.
I will for sure. You let us know.
All right.
Okay?
Okay. Good luck. Yeah, thanks, man. Yeah. We're a great team. This is a bunch of guys that really enjoy working together. I love to stay, but I am a family man. They mean everything to me. And reality is what it is. I've got to get back, and handle my situation.
We're gonna miss you, man. It's surely not the way we want you to go. Take care of your family. We love you, brother. All right?
Rock solid.
All right, rock solid, man. Take care of your family. Rock Solid is down to 3 people. But you know what? I'm here to raise money and awareness for the Diabetes Foundation. This just makes me fight even harder because my heart and soul is into doing this. Gentlemen, we have stepped into the surreal.
Michael had to leave. He had a problem. There was a family problem. I asked whether or not this is something he could have predicted before he got involved with this whole thing. He said no. It's too bad he had to leave, but I wish him the best of luck. Goldberg, what do you think? Are you surprised he left?
If Michael Johnson left, I know the competitor that he is, there was a damn good reason for it.
Okay. How do you think your team did, Curtis?
We had a really tough time with this challenge, Mr. Trump. We had a couple of sort of personal things happen with the team. Both Michael went through a lot.
What else?
Brett's also had a pretty tough time the last couple of days with some personal issues. Not that meant that he wasn't with us. He was still with us.
But he's still here.
Yeah, absolutely. He's still here, and he's.
Is it anything you can discuss? What's the problem?
My oldest daughter's 9. She's been feeling sick. She lost weight, and they did a preliminary test and think she may be diabetic. So.
And it's hereditary? I mean, that runs in families?
It's, if the father has it, there's 50% chance that one of my kids would have it.
Now, does that make you feel even stronger about fighting for your charity, or do you think you'd like to leave?
You know that I do not want to leave here, but for my charity, I would fight to the end, and especially now. However, if she was really sick, I would never say I want to leave, but I would leave to take care of my daughter.
Okay. Holly, how'd your team do?
I thought we did really well. We certainly enjoyed ourselves. We were a couple of men or women short, but we had a good time.
How is Sharon doing?
I don't think she's doing too well. I mean, she's been really under the weather.
I can't believe what I'm seeing here. First Daryl quits, then Michael leaves, and now we're having this situation with Sharon. Now, do you think this is a way of Sharon saying, let me escape a couple of tasks and sort of keep going? Or?
No, I know she's really ill. I mean, we've been keeping in contact with her, so I know she's really ill. I don't think there's anything behind this.
I understand people get sick, but I can't let this go on too much longer. It's not really fair to the rest of you who are here. Holly, who did the least on your team? Who was the least productive?
Oh, Cindy, but she had to go see a man named President Obama.
Oh, I see. Okay, well, that's a good excuse.
But I came back this morning and I worked.
Did you like the president?
He was awesome. Very smart. It was an awesome, surreal day.
Good. All right, let's watch the ads. We'll start with the men.
Hey, dude, I won the contest. He's coming.
Hey, what's up, fellas? I'm Clyde Drexler, and I'm yours for the day.
Nothing. I do it.
222. Oh.
He's down. Smell him. Nothing. Told you. Clyde, how about 1,000 jumping jacks? He's been going for like an hour. Smell him. Nothing. Told you. Right guard, told defense 5. Works every time.
Never get caught off guard.
Now we'll do the 10-second ad.
That's good defense, huh?
That was good defense, but man, woo. You want a great defense?
Right guard, total defense 5.
All right, now for the women's ad. Let's see what we have.
Hey, Mom.
Every kid has his first moment of fun. I'm Scottie Pippen, and I'm yours. I'm here for you. New right guard, total defense 5. Upgrade driven catch. This is gonna be real good for you, little boy.
Introducing new right guard total defense 5 for your first moment of funk.
Good job, girls.
Every kid has his first moment of fun. I'm Scottie Pippen, and I'm yours.
Introducing new right guard total defense 5 for your first moment of funk.
All right, Brett, whose ad was better?
I think they did a good job, but I thought ours was funnier with a lot more setups and a lot more originality.
Goldberg, what do you think?
I thought the part where Scottie Pippen picked the kid up in the air was hilarious. Other than that, you know, I think ours was better.
So Cindy, you weren't here, so can you actually just sort of disassociate yourself with your team for a second and be impartial? Whose ad was better?
Honestly, no offense, I didn't think it was that funny, your ad. I didn't know what to expect from your end.
I did. I thought it was
laughed.
very funny.
You did?
I actually
No,
did.
okay.
I
That's
never laugh at
different.
anything. I'm like not a person that laughs a lot. I thought it was funny. Kid, I don't know why he gets hit with a ball. What's funny about that? But I laughed. Maria, whose ad was better?
Ours was definitely better. But you really didn't create two separate platforms.
No.
You really just
No.
shortened one.
I do wish that we had two separate, and originally we did have two
Wouldn't have
separate
taken
ads.
much.
We did have two separate ads.
And you have to give them credit for that. They had two totally different ads. Who decided not to use the second ad? You do. Ooh, that's trouble if you lose. Ollie.
Hey, you know, that's the truth.
Ollie.
What am I going to do, lie?
Ollie, was that you singing the jingle?
It was with a little bit of Cindy underneath.
Oh, Cindy,
I knew
wow.
how to do that, so when I
That's
heard
a
it,
lot
I
of
went and sweet.
money we're talking about.
Well,
there.
I sang it, and
Pretty
and
good.
Cindy came in and helped me
yeah.
layer the vocal.
Can you sing it for me now, Cindy?
Funky Godfather, Funky Godfather, Funky Godfather, hey.
That's a voice. Everybody's still with me. It's very good. Okay, Ivanka, what did the executives think of the men's team, pro and con?
Well, they thought some of the pros were your presentation. They thought it was phenomenal, cohesive, everyone did a great job and everyone participated. They thought in terms of the commercial that you did a very good job articulating the brand and specifically what this deodorant does, which it was about endurance, it was about the performance of the actual deodorant. The con was they thought the viral video, the 10-second video, wasn't going to go viral. They thought it wasn't funny enough.
Okay, George, what about the women?
Well, the executives thought the first moment of funk was creative, funny, and certainly original. They thought there was a very creative use of Scottie Pippen. And they thought it was good physical comedy. And with Pippen holding the boy in the air, they thought that was a really clever touch. As far as the cons were concerned, with a 10-second internet spot doesn't stand alone in the market as well. Another con, the focus was on the mom, when the target market is not the moms, but the 13 to 18-year-old boy.
Okay, let's find out who won. The fact is that the executives ultimately thought both teams did a great job, really a great job. They liked the job that the women did. There's one problem. The team lost. They loved the men's commercial. They liked your commercial, but they absolutely loved the men's commercial, and Right Guard's going to be using it all over the place. They really thought it was fantastic. And by the way, I have to tell you, I agree with them. So congratulations. Curtis, you win $20,000 for your charity. What is it?
It's Feeding America, Mr. Phelps.
Feeding America. Excellent.
There's a lot of people out there that are going to be very happy about it. And so am I.
Excellent. Very good.
Good for you guys.
Good job, Goldberg. Okay, have a good time. Thank you. Congratulations.
Feels a lot better to win now, right?
Really awesome. Let me tell you something.
Feels good, doesn't it, Goldberg? Look at these guys.
All right, buddy.
Don't squeeze it too hard, Goldberg. You'll be dead.
Needed the morale back, bro.
Woo!
Oh, I knew it. I can feel it, dude. I saw
Yeah.
it. They had no
We're
resolve.
back.
They had no resolve to the funk.
We're
In
back.
other words, the commercial was funny,
Dude.
then it had no resolve. I'm like, go with me. Remember what I said? Let's get back to that product, man.
Okay, women. Unfortunately, somebody will be fired.
Muchos tendrán el talento. The Celebrity Apprentice.
So stoked.
Rock solid. Back at it.
Cheers.
Cheers
Cheers
to
to
you.
charity.
Yes.
I'm here playing for Feed in America. There's 1 in 8 Americans who still have to face hunger. It's a crazy statistic. To be honest, it's a complete honour just to represent them. I'm so close to my charity, you know, and to be able to give them 20 grand makes me so happy right now. They're such an incredible charity. They just do so much for so many different people. So to think about $20,000 and what that can do, it's amazing.
Let's watch him hammer a few people here.
Here we go.
So Hollywood happened.
Well, I think we were all very, very confident. In our 30 seconds, we used his footage for a separate viral.
Too bad you didn't use it.
True.
It had a big impact on their decision.
It was a decision I made to make a really cool product in 30, and then we'll cut down our funniest part to go viral.
Whose idea was the jingle?
Mine.
They loved it.
Hallelujah.
They loved it, Holly.
I'm glad they love something.
It's not a question of loving something.
No,
It's a
I
question
get it.
of agree. You know,
I get it.
so they have a lot of, they like it.
I get it. It's catchy.
Holly, you're taking a lot of responsibility. So obviously you were a very dominant project manager, but the problem with having such a dominant personality as your project manager, it almost seems like you're a one-woman show and you just happen to have a team.
No, that's not true. I delegated, we talked about everything. I just don't agree that I'm this one-woman show.
Is that true, Summer?
Yeah.
Maria, who was the weak link of your team?
Gosh. I hate doing it, I really do, but
Maria's going to throw someone under the bus.
Gotta watch out for Maria.
and I'm really sorry and everything, but I would have to say Fleeta. Because when I was screaming and hollering to get someone to help me carry all the stuff in, you came, someone was carrying stuff in with me, and Fleeta wasn't.
Yeah, I was there at a time and it surprised me quite a bit because this is a contest, so you really have to put out the war.
I love Fleeta, but she's the little planet.
Let me ask you, Celia, how would you respond to that?
Well, you know what, there's a lot of work that goes into putting into production. Holly was doing the creative aspects, and I was organizing every other aspect of this task.
This love fest, we gotta break it.
It's just been broken.
This love fest has got to end.
It's been broken.
Summer, if you were me, who would you fire?
Well, there's two obvious, the people that weren't there, which is Cindy and Sarah.
Let's leave them alone for right now.
Cindy was there.
She was, one's sick and the other one's with the president.
Yeah.
So what am I gonna do?
Yeah.
Tough, right?
Well, yeah,
So
but
let's
Cindy...
assume we have to leave them alone. Holly, pick 2 people to come back with you into the boardroom. Somebody will be fired. Who are they going to be?
Can I ask you a question?
Yes.
So, Cindy was actually... No,
Cindy was with the president of the
She was with
United
us this
States.
morning.
I won't fire her. Bring her back if you want. And we're gonna give Sharon a pass for a
Okay,
little
so-
while longer, as long as you all think she's really sick.
Okay.
You think she's really sick, Holly?
Yeah, absolutely.
If you think she's really sick, she has a pass at least for tonight.
All right, then I have to bring Selena and Maria.
Why Maria?
The only thing that happened that I can point any kind of finger at Maria is we had a little glitch with our edit at the last minute that cost us some valuable time.
And I asked you to come in 10
me and
minutes
Tizzy.
earlier.
And when I last left the editing bay, there was something that was in. When I returned to the editing bay, it was out. And Leah was there when we heard that it was out. She never mentioned anything about it or didn't hear it.
But
So
I asked you.
Maria, it's apples and oranges.
But can I say something? And you're not gonna like me for this, but I gotta say it.
You're not even coming back in. You're not even coming back in. Okay, it's just sitting back.
Oh, thanks, Mom. But listen,
You weren't even here. And
I
then
was
you
here
at the
this
last
morning.
minute and went in and started doing sound editing and,
But yeah.
putting yourself on the vocal, and that's what you did.
And you
Okay?
didn't even hear me on the vocal.
I came in, I told you I didn't hear you, and I asked you to turn it up, and then you said turn it up 2 notches. But that's not here nor there. You asked me a question about
I did.
Maria, and it's hard for me to say any of you ladies.
Holly ain't gonna take it.
No, Holly will not take any from anybody. She's a strong woman. She'll stick with her convictions.
I like it. Cindy, do you think I should fire Holly?
I can't say that. I'm just telling you what happened.
You got pretty animated for a minute there, so you obviously believe
Actually animated.
somebody drops the ball.
Not a lot of liking for Holly, it seems.
So I think you do have the fortitude and strength to be able to answer that question.
You're not loving Holly.
It's just that I can't.
Summer? Who should I fire? Come on, Summer.
Are you kidding me?
Supposed to be so tough. I don't think you're so tough.
Yeah.
Who should I fire,
You've
Summer?
got 3 great girls there.
Who's the weakest of the 3?
The strongest is Holly. I know you asked me who the weakest, but
Okay, so who's the weakest?
I can't answer that.
Okay.
I wish I could, but I can't.
You two go to your suite. Everybody out. And when's it going to be fired? Give you right back. Thank you very much.
I shouldn't have opened my big.
I promised myself I wasn't gonna get a black girl for 2 seconds away. Here, Mom. 2. How did you get to do it? Wish I had some light guard.
Las mujeres queremos un hombre que nos...
Ivanka, what do you think?
Holly has such a strong personality and she was such a leader that it's hard not to fire her. With that said, Salita just doesn't show any energy. I'd like to see her defend herself.
So, George, what do you think?
Well, my personal feeling is that when you come to the boardroom, you have to be ready to fight.
Okay. Amanda, let him in.
Ladies? Yeah, we can head back in.
Sit down, please. It's a lot of pressure, isn't it?
Yeah, but I'm just really bummed. I mean, I want to make money for my charity, and that's why I came. And
You think you should be fired?
no, I really don't. I think I'm a strong player.
And you think who should be fired?
It's interesting. I mean, I really feel like Salita has been such a strong player, but George saw something in Salita that was weak. I think Maria's an amazing player, but sometimes I've seen her do some things. And
Like what?
in the boardroom, I've seen her call people out that, say, try to throw people off the subway
Well, yeah, but she
platform.
lives in a pretty tough world. You
I get
understand?
that, and I understand maybe it's a wrestler thing, I don't know. I'm just saying that I
Do you think she'll do that to you?
Absolutely.
So you almost want to get rid of her so she doesn't
No,
throw
I
you
don't want to
under
get
the
rid of
bus?
her. I just want to stay. I don't want to go.
Maria, do you think it's fair that you would work that?
No, not
You
at
don't
all.
see it.
Nope.
Why did she bring you back?
I don't know, maybe she blames me a little bit for what happened with the editing, but at the end of the day, I gave her 2 opportunities to come back and look at it. And the thing of the matter is, let me finish, is that I did give her opportunities. She didn't take them. She said, you got this. I did have it.
You were very ineffective in that room because when I was
Ineffective?
when I was in the room, Maria, okay, you walked up to me and said, "You need to look at this again." I said, "No, I'm good with it." Why? Because I was working on my presentation.
Well, you know, it's bothering me a little bit and very off topic, but Salida, Maria, basically undermined you. She told us for a week that you should be the one to be fired. You know,
That's fair. I mean, everyone's entitled to it.
it's fair that you said that based on an
Are you
accurate.
weak? Are you weak?
I'm absolutely not, because if I was weak, I would have not won $20,000 from my charity.
True.
I think I'm a woman that wears many hats, extremely talented, and I think my greatest attribute is that I'm able to be a team player.
You know, Salida, if somebody attacked me and said I wasn't doing something, I would get furious.
Well, you
And
know
I would
what?
defend myself. Please, I would defend myself. I have like a lukewarm response. The players in this situation basically have to be very strong, have to defend themselves. And that concerns me for the future.
It just seems to me that Holly and Maria are much stronger in terms of their ability
Their
to fight.
personalities, I'm sure, absolutely. Quite frankly, I think Maria is a very strong woman, but I think at times she could be a bit abrasive.
You will be who
and
you
overly
fire
aggressive.
of these two, sir.
I would have to fire Maria because, only because Maria was given the responsibility of making sure that the editing gets done. Okay, now,
And
please let me
that's why-
finish, excuse me. So then when all of this chaos happens, you know, there she is trying to throw Holly under the bus, and
That
she made it
wasn't the
seem...
situation,
No,
though.
okay.
Furthermore, I walked back into that room and I heard something that was wrong on our audio. It played 4 times and I said, "What is that?" And at no point did Maria ever hear it.
She didn't hear it because she wasn't observant?
She
or
didn't hear it because she didn't know what was wrong. Hey, I don't know, maybe she wanted something.
You don't seem to think that Maria is very loyal.
No, I think
I mean, this has come up every
Oh,
time.
I'm sorry, I only won $10,000 for your
But you
charity.
found the basket, I'm happy about that, but you didn't,
Okay.
I'm happy.
But here's the problem I have. I'm looking at Holly and you're strong, tough, smart woman. I'm looking at Maria and she's a strong, smart, tough woman. I'm looking at Salida and I don't see the same fire. Therefore, I have no choice. Salida, you're fired. Go.
I would just like to thank you for the opportunity,
And thank
for
you,
bringing
too.
awareness to my charity, and for the opportunity of winning $20,000.
And you're doing very well. Thank you very much.
Maria, I respect you so much. Girl, you're fierce, and watch out for her.
Thanks for the advice, I will.
Hello. How are you doing? Adrian, nice to meet you.
Ivanka, I felt fine.
You were right on about the fire. Seems
Okay.
like she didn't have it.
Absolutely. I just thought it was sort of an easy one.
My only advice is watch out for that little conniving, oh, did I say that loud? Maria. I work with some of the biggest divas in the world, and we're all cut from different cloths. And you don't have to be a negative person to get ahead.
Silicon, America's Next Top Model.